I went to heal off screen because I saw that Creselia's psychic power points was running low, and I'm going to need as much power points as possible for the double battle that I'm about to do. So since I backtracked, that means Cresselia gained 1 level. Anyway, towards the end of the last part, I was talking about how Lucian's Alakazam did so much damage to Honchkrow with a critical hit while holding the Life Orb, and I was doing some thinking about that moment. So Aura's Sphere did 200 damage because of a critical hit and the Life Orb, but without the critical hit, it would have done 100 damage even with the Life Orb. So without the Life Orb, could it have done a little less? I don't know. I mean, Alakazam has a special attack stat of 135, and that's a bit higher than Ryu Nicholas' special attack stat. And even then, the Life Orb and Magic Guard combo work wonders for Ryu Nicholas. Now, I'm under the impression that without the Life Orb, I'm pretty sure Aura's Sphere could have done less than 100 damage to Honchkrow, and that's a very unusual thing to see because, well, it's kind of unusual for an Alakazam to not do so much damage given how it's one of the best special attackers out there. So yeah, that's just something to think about. And while we're on the subject of the Elite Four, I did a bit of research, and yes, I can confirm it. Cynthia's Togekiss did have Air Slash, so looks like it could have went for the dreaded Paralyzed and Flinchy opponent combo, since it did have Serene Grace as its ability, meaning that Air Slash would have a 60% chance of flinching you, and you would probably have no chance of attacking it unless you have Inner Focus as an ability, or just be faster than it. I mean, the combination of Air Slash flinching you 60% of the time, or not being able to attack 25% of the time because of the paralysis, that means you will only have a 15% chance of attacking. Fuck out of here. So, I think we should be grateful that in Platinum, Cynthia's Togekiss had Hustle as its ability instead of Serene Grace. Wow, I never thought I'd be grateful to see a Togekiss with Hustle. Well, I'll tell you one thing, it's a lot better than seeing Air Slash flinch you 60% of the time, or maybe Water Pulse confusing you 40% of the time. Anyway, moving on to something else. In Scarlet and Violet, there's another Terry Battle event going on. Well, actually, this Terry Battle event happened already. It happened last year, June, going into July, but now it's back. It's the Gimme Ghoul Spotlight event. Yeah, I believe I talked about that event some time ago. I don't quite remember when that was. But anyway, it's starting up again. So that event started on the 9th, and it'll end on the 22nd. So once again, the Gimme Ghoul star level can range from 1 to 5, but the 5-star raid battle is possibly wielding a shiny, which can't be found during normal gameplay. So if you feel like you want to possibly get your hands on a shiny Gimme Ghoul, now is the time to do so. Not only that, but there's also a Mass Outbreak event in Scarlet and Violet as well that also started on the 9th and will end on the 22nd. Anyway, the Outbreak consists of these 3 Pokemon, Watrel, Riolu, and Comfey, with all of them having an increased chance of being shiny. But those 3 will be in separate locations. Watrel will be in Paldea, Riolu will be in Kitakami, and Comfey will be in the Blueberry Academy. Now, as for that Gimme Ghoul event, well, I don't feel the need to go after any Gimme Ghouls since I don't really feel it's worth the effort to possibly try and get a shiny. Besides, if I do eventually catch the Gimme Ghoul, then I'm gonna have to collect 999 Gimme Ghoul coins again just to evolve the damn thing. No thanks. So if you feel like you want to go after a shiny Gimme Ghoul, well, go for it. Oh yes, I believe they can come in certain levels. I think one of them is level 12 and one of them is level 75. Well, I assume that's the 1 and 5-star Gimme Ghoul respectively. So yeah, I'm not really sure if it's random, but if it is, then hopefully you get the Gimme Ghoul that you're looking for. As for those 3 Pokemon that are involved with that mass outbreak, well, I don't feel the need to go after them either since, yeah, I don't think I want to capture any of those Pokemon. I mean, when something like this happened before, yeah, I did go after the Pokemon that were mentioned. I believe it had something to do with Shanks and, what else? Rellor. Yeah, I believe I captured a shiny Rellor. But I haven't evolved that thing yet because trying to evolve that thing, yeah, it's going to take a lot of hard work. And, yeah, I don't really feel like doing that. Now, back to the battle for a second. That Swalot I fought. Oh yeah, I remember that thing. That thing was spamming Protect all day. Well, okay, for me, I have a move that bypasses Protect. Well, I guess Shadow Force is one of 2 moves that could bypass Protect, the other one being Feint, but who's going to use a weak move like Feint? Not me. Well, in future Pokemon games, there were other moves that could bypass Protect, such as Phantom Force. I'm pretty sure other moves as well. I want to say Hyperspace Hole, but I'm not too sure about that because I never really played around with Hoopa. I mean, I'm not really sure if it's even possible to get that thing anymore. Okay, these two were the last two trainers in this portion of Victory Road, so maybe I should make a pit stop to Route 224, heal, and then come back in here so that way I could fend off the wild Pokemon without worrying about running out of Psychic Power Points. Yeah, Psychic only has 10 PPs, so yeah, it can only last me for so long. Okay, now I want to talk about Cresselia for a second because, well, I'm having a flashback to when I was battling it in Legends Arceus, and trying to approach it was a huge pain in the ass because I believe it was unleashing Psychic Power, and I believe that Psychic Power was reversing my controls, and yeah, it was really hard to approach that thing since, yeah, I'm not really used to my controls being all inverted. Okay, I don't think there's anything over there, so I'm just going to go down here. Also, one move I remember Cresselia getting in Legends Arceus, I believe it was called Lunar Blessing. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Lunar Blessing is a lot better than Lunar Dance because at least Lunar Blessing doesn't kill you. Well, Lunar Dance, I guess it's a good cause for you to go down so that way the next Pokemon that comes out gets healed, but yeah, if you want to heal your Pokemon, then just use potions, if you really want to do that. Well, yeah, Lunar Dance. I believe it heals you, and, no, I think it takes off your status, I believe. I could be wrong about this, because it's been a while since I last played Legends Arceus, so don't quote me on it. And also, it's going to make it hard for your opponent to hit you. Now, I was thinking, maybe that could come into effect in, maybe, Scarlet and Violet, but I'm not too sure about that because I don't see too many people use Cresselia when they're doing competitive battling. Not really sure why. But yeah, if Lunar Blessing were to have the same effect in Scarlet and Violet, if possible, then yeah, I think that move would be pretty OP because, yeah, not only is Cresselia a sturdy Pokemon, but it's going to be practically impossible to hit it since Lunar Blessing has the effect of doing that. Okay, I'm taking a look at the moves right now, and yeah, I'm trying to see if I'm right about my description about Lunar Blessing. Okay, heals its own status conditions and restores its HP. Also, it's going to make it hard for opposing Pokemon to hit you. Yep, that is a pretty awesome move. A little too awesome if you ask me, so yeah, I'm not really sure too many people bother to use Cresselia in Scarlet and Violet when they're doing competitive battling, especially when using Lunar Blessing. Yeah, it would be great to dodge opposing hits at the same time heal yourself, but yeah, that's a little bit OP. Yeah, I'm pretty sure a lot of people don't like Double Team for a fact. Yeah, not even me since, yeah, it's really hard to hit opposing Pokemon when your opponent can't stop spamming Double Team. Now, the two items I want to go after, I believe they're hidden items, and I believe they were in a maze of rocks when I was first coming in here. So, I believe there are only two of them, as I said, so hopefully I could get those two items and make it out of here. Now, I believe those two items are located in separate dead ends, so hopefully I'm taking the right path. If I don't have enough confidence that I could pick up those hidden items, then I can just switch over to the dowsing machine, so that way I can find those items a little bit quicker. Okay, speaking of quick, let's see if I can get to that one area a little bit quicker by surfing on the water here. Okay, is this the right location? Okay, I think it is. Okay, I think I'm going the right way. Now, I believe there's supposed to be a hidden rare candy in this area, so hopefully I can find it. So the two hidden items I'm going to get here are a hidden rare candy and a hidden Ultra Ball. I mean, I know that's not very interesting, but I figured maybe you want to know about the locations of those hidden items just in case you're interested. Especially the rare candies since, yeah, a lot of people love using rare candies. Me especially. Well, I can add those rare candies to my collection, and at the end of the Let's Play, well, I could use them to level up my Pokemon possibly all the way to level 100, since, well, I'm not really sure if I am going to reach level 100 by the end of the game, but if not, then that's where those rare candies come in. Okay, didn't realize how slow Cresselia was, or maybe it's just the fact that Floatzel is kind of a fast Pokemon. One of the two, I'm not too sure. Now, as for Moonblast, well, I'm still thinking whether or not I want to keep it on Cresselia because, well, using Moonblast on Dark types, I guess that's a good idea, but the problem with that is I'm not really sure if Moonblast is going to one-shot Dark types because, well, as you know, Cresselia is not much of an offensive Pokemon, it's a defensive Pokemon, so yeah, maybe I'll keep Moonblast around for the time being, and if I encounter something like a dark type that I know Cresselia can handle, then I'll just go with Moonblast. So yeah, that battle I just did, well, I'm not really sure if I really struggled with that battle years ago. If I did, then I'm not really sure what happened. All I remember is, yeah, that Swalot, that thing was spamming Protect like crazy. Yeah, I really hate when that happens. Also, that Beedrill, well, I used Dragon Claw on it because, well, I'm not really sure if Cresselia would be able to outspeed Beedrill, and if not, then I think Beedrill could have possibly killed my Cresselia with a Bug-type move. I believe Beedrill gets adaptability in this game, because I believe that's the ability of Mega Beedrill. Okay, there's that Ultra Ball, and as for that rare candy, I believe it's in a different area. Yeah, everything around here looks the same, so yeah, I could be here for a while. So yeah, I had to go with Dragon Claw on Beedrill, because if not, then a Pokemon like Beedrill could have actually killed my Cresselia, and I definitely don't want that to happen. I mean, I don't really use Beedrill all that much, because, well, I'm more of a Butterfree type of person, so yeah, I guess, to me, Butterfree is better than Beedrill. I mean, take it from someone who actually used Butterfree in the past before. Hey, don't knock until you try it. Well, I know there's the possibility that, Butterfree could possibly, go down a whole bunch of times because of its horrible physical defense, but yeah, as I said before, don't knock until you try it. Okay, I don't know if you hear that sound, but that's my cat making some sounds in the background. I'm not really sure why. I'll probably have to look at that later. Well, if her sounds get into the recording, then, well, I guess that's okay too. If I continue down that path, then I guess I'll make it over to where the rare candy is supposed to be. But then, I guess I'll have to backtrack the way I came, because I'm not really sure if there's another way out of the area that I'm currently in. If so, then hopefully I could make it out of here a little bit quicker. Okay, where is that pathway? Okay, I'm going to whip out the dowsing machine so that way I know exactly where this item is. Okay, looks like I'm not close to it quite yet. Okay, where is that thing? Is it down there? If not, then I might have to look somewhere else. Okay, running around here for several minutes. I'm surprised I haven't run into any shinies yet. Oh yeah, off screen I did capture quite a few Pokemon, but for some of them I had to use the Poké Radar, since that's the only way I encounter certain Pokemon in this game. And let me tell you, I am absolute ass at using the Poké Radar. Yeah, I was struggling with it like 16 years ago, and I'm still struggling with it as of today. Yeah, I'm not really sure if I'm doing something wrong, or maybe people are just using it a lot better than I am. Okay, there's that rare candy. Now the question is, how do I get back to where I was at? Okay, if I surf over here, is that going to take me to a certain area? Let's see. Okay, it's taking me close to the entrance to this one area. Okay, I think I should switch over to Moonblast, because I see that Psychic is running out of power points again. Yeah, as I said before, 10 power points can only help you out for so long. Well, if I encounter any fighting types, then I can just use Moonblast on them, so that way I can possibly one-hit KO them. Or I guess once this video is over, I guess I can go back to the nurse and heal, so that way I can make it out of here a little bit quicker, knowing that I have some psychic power points to back me up. So yeah, I don't think I did a whole lot in this one, because, well, I guess that double battle I did took up some time, as well as me trying to do a little bit of a treasure hunt. Okay, yeah, I know exactly where I'm going. So, yeah, I guess I'll make it to the exit of this one portion of Victory Road next time, since, yeah, these wild Pokemon aren't going to let up, and, yeah, I guess I don't really have a whole lot else to do. Well, hopefully, I survive here, since, yeah, as I said, Psychic doesn't have a lot of power points left, and I'm just left using Moonblast for a while. Okay, I guess that Floatzel I fought a few minutes ago was, I guess had a speed boosting nature, and that's why it went first. As for this one, maybe it doesn't, since I saw that it went for me first, and if it was faster, then it would use my own Moonblast on me. Okay, I think I'm going to stop here for today. So next time, we're going to get out of here and fight the trainers on Route to 24, and hopefully go after Shaman. See you next time. Peace.